know what it is that you're thinking about, but start. Spring soon approach. Spring is on her way here. Spring is when things blossom. Spring is when things come alive. So all the projects, all the manifesting, all the things that you've just been holding on to or just like marinating with, spring is when we execute. Spring is when we literally spring into motion. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is the perfect time to release your projects. There's so many people eagerly waiting for your project to come out. So many people that's eagerly at the tip of their toes, waiting to meet you, waiting to get what you're willing to give. Don't have the people them waiting. Don't have us waiting. Go do that.
If you're not depend on me, enter the light, 'cause you can never kill my vibe.
Hi y'all, welcome back to another episode of Full Cup. It's your girl Leariellesimone and we are lit. Look at us, we outside with it. So y'all grab your cup, make sure you are nice and hydrated. This is just room temperature water with a little bit of lime in it, nothing too crazy. Cheers to a good digestive system. This is how we starting off the day, y'all. We are reading together, we are pouring into one another, and most importantly, we are making sure we are tuning into mind, body, soul. So cheers to that, y'all. Happy Sunday with it. I'm so excited to be outside. Let me know if it's too loud in here, or do we like prefer this versus inside. But I was just feeling like this was a little moment. But yeah, y'all, drop it below in the comments because you know we friends and I like to talk with y'all, all that and all that. There's something that I really wanted to get off my chest and I feel like somebody needs to hear this. Please start. I don't know what it is that you're thinking about, but start. Spring soon approach. Spring is on her way here. Spring is when things blossom. Spring is when things come alive. So all the projects, all the manifesting, all the things that you've just been holding on to or just like marinating with during hibernation season, which is very fair. It's when we rest. It's when we plan. Spring is when we execute. Spring is when we pull up and we execute. Spring is when we literally spring into motion. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is the perfect time to release your projects, to show up for yourself. But this is the season where we step into action, when we execute the plan and also spread the wealth. Like there's so many people eagerly waiting for your project to come out. So many people that's eagerly at the tip of their toes, waiting to meet you, waiting to get what you're willing to give. Don't have the people them waiting. Don't have us waiting. Go do that. Go do that. Yes, y'all, we are reading When You're Ready, This Is How You Heal. We absolutely love this book so much. Every single week is just all about self-help, self-development, stepping into more self-esteem, trusting yourself, confidence, everything. Like this book literally has healed me. And I think I know what book we're reading next, y'all. We're more than halfway through. Look at us, more than halfway through. Let me know if there's anything you want me to change about this series or like any way that I can make this a little bit better for us. Should it be more than one chapter that I'm reading? How long do we really want these videos? Just put me on, talk to me in the comments because you know I like to talk back, y'all. We friends. Let's get into it. So the name of this chapter is How to Remember You're Not Alone When It Really Feels Like You Are. Okay. When you feel like you're alone, it's not the aloneness you're afraid of. You know how to spread your arms across cool sheets at night. You know how to drive with the windows open, letting the cadences of your favorite songs move through you. You know the tranquil peace of slowly setting yourself into a warm bath. You know the strange charm of walking around by yourself, gazing upwards and imagining the stories of the city. You know it is only ever in solitude that we extract the most important truths about our lives. Without the expectations of others around us, we get to see who we most essentially are. You know what it is to be alone. It is not aloneness that gives you that pinching and panic feeling. It's loneliness, which sounds the same, but it's actually very different. Loneliness is what happens when you convince yourself that you're no longer worth connection. Loneliness is what happens when you misbelieve that love is something you get when you're good enough. Something you receive when you play by the specific and unrelenting rules of those you're most invested in receiving it from. That type of connection, though, is not connection. It's hunger. It's vanity. It's attachment. Ooh. So I recently read this book called, it was like, let me get the name of it. It was basically like the attachment theory, the 3 different type of attachment styles. It was secure, avoidant, and anxious. This is kind of reminding me of that. Like a lot of connections that we have are really attachments. But okay. Oh, and then she goes on to say, connection is the free flowing state of sharing presence with one another, and more people will want to connect with you than you'd probably assume. Connection is recognizing that even when life hands you a season of loneliness, you are never completely disconnected. You are part of every person you've ever loved. You are part of every place you've ever been. You are cared for, even if those who care are no longer present in your day-to-day life. And that kind of reminds me of like loving people from a distance. Like the love is still there. That's the thing about energy. It just transfers. Like the love is still there, but it's just not a direct connection anymore, which is also very okay. You almost always have at least one person who will care enough to stay by you, even at your worst. I just want to say something real quick. If you feel like you don't have that one person, you have you. I just want to say that real quick, because when I was reading, I'm like, sometimes people don't have that one person. You have you at all, like right now, in the standing moment, you have you. We all assume that because we live in such a hyper-connected society, we should be less lonely than ever. Not only can we keep in touch with everyone we've ever known, but we can also witness every detail of their lives unfold before us. No human beings prior to this ever experienced society in such a way. That's exactly the problem. What we gain in quote unquote connection, we lose in context. People used to move on from old towns and groups and friends, catching up now and again, but generally reserving the intimate details of their lives for the ones who grew in alignment with them. This is healthy because it gives us space to find new identities instead of being stuck trying to appease all the different ones we constructed that have all come together at once to witness how we are today. We feel most alone when we are strangers to ourselves. And in a world where everyone is watching, we are more pieces of what they want us to be than whole of what we want to become. We don't know where we fit because our idea of ourselves are bound in expectations. We have different faces for different people, and somewhere throughout the constant pressure to be something else, we lose something. Our true selves, our real selves. The selves that know we are permanently and fundamentally connected. The selves that know we don't need 100 friends to be fulfilled. We don't even need 10. Life is not a popularity contest. So I just seen this TikTok, right? I'm actually gonna play it right here.
People always say that Aries is so popular, like we're like the life of the party. Everybody knows us. People know our name everywhere we go. Understand this. We are popular loners. We are publicly private. I can guarantee if it's an Aries in your life, they are very particular about who they let come in their house, who they even let know where they live. We could go out and have a ball, be the life of the party. It's only 3 to 5 people in our life that know everything about us, damn near. It's only about 3 or 5 people. Everybody else knows of us. Again, we are popular loners. We go out and we have a ball. When we get in the house, we are exhausted. We don't want to talk to people. We don't want to be around nobody. Only the 3 to 5 people can get through. Because we're popular loners. We only want to be around who we want to be around.
And I couldn't agree more. Not only is it about to be Aries season, but I really cannot agree more. I'm like, wow, as an Aries, I definitely feel like, because I'm so high energy, people often ask me that a lot too. Like, oh, with your personality, like, how do you manage your energy? Energy management is so real. And for me, because I'm so high energy, and because once I see people and I link and I'm always so excited and I'm talkative and I'm vibrant and I'm ecstatic and I'm eclectic and I'm like, yeah, because I'm like already naturally high energy, I absolutely require alone time. I require solitude, and I really need silence. I need silence. Last night I went out for my friend's birthday, and in the Uber ride home, I just was like, please, silencio, por favor. Like no music, no radio. Like I'm begging you, because I need no stimulation to recharge. That's kind of what I require. So I want to ask y'all in the comments, what do you require to recharge? What is the prerequisite? Like, what do you ultimately need to feel like yourself again, to step into who you really are and to be able to show up as your best self? What is it that you really need? I just wanted to ask y'all, I'm gonna be a little honest with y'all. I am on day 1 of my menstrual, and it makes me extremely tired. So I don't really get cramps because I drink a lot of raspberry leaf tea. I'm actually about to drop an entire video series all about your period. But I will say, go check out the Eat for Your Period guide. I teach you how to eat for each phase of your cycle, also which meals work the best, how we should be eating plant-based right before our cycle, how to reduce cramps and period pain. all of that, because it comes down to how you eat. How you eat the week before your period matters so much. You absolutely need to eat more greens, more fruits, more fermented foods, more fiber, more iron, and more magnesium. This is where the spinach, the kale, the dark leafy greens, the lentils, the chickpeas, all of that comes into play, and I teach you how to eat. So check out that guide. But yes, so on my period, I don't really get pain, but I'm extremely exhausted. So I'm probably not gonna talk a lot. But yeah, y'all, a little bit of grace, little bit of grace. No, seriously, I get myself so excited. I don't know what it is. Okay, when we have this type of authentic connection, we end up discovering a sense of unity that we can never piece together from staring at vignettes of someone's life. But what you mean by that? We begin to understand that these creeping doubts, subtle fears, deep curiosities, they're universal. For how different we are and how much our experiences may vary, there is no human experience you can have that someone else has not had at least a similar version of. That's where Reddit comes into play. Like, there's nothing you could type into Reddit that somebody didn't already experience. Coming to this realization is simple but hard. We have to truly see through the guise of what we thought connection was in an effort to foster it in reality. We have to truly let go of trying to appeal to every person imaginable in an effort to come home to ourselves. When life hands us a season of being by ourselves, we have to find the courage to sleep alone and eat alone and dance in the kitchen in our underwear and lay in bed at night and wonder if we are going to be okay. We do not earn connection. In the words of Mary Oliver, you do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Try to find love for the moments that life has given you to be alone. Try to find love as you remember that you are already a piece of something far bigger than you, from where you came and where you will return. Try to find love in the fact that maybe you're being given an opportunity to be introduced to yourself so that you might be able to introduce that person to someone else. Oh my God. I don't know if I told y'all this, but this is my first time in my life ever being single. I was in a relationship for 6 years, and about like a year and a half-ish ago, I've been single. So just a year and a half of being single, being just with me, dating just me. When I tell y'all, I feel like a brand new person. I feel like whoever I meet next is meeting this beautiful and even more refined version of myself. And it's gonna be magical. Y'all, my bad. I had to switch the camera angle because it was starting to get too hot where the camera was. So everything is all good. Okay, so I was actually on the last line of it. So it ended off with like, try to find love in the fact that you've been given an opportunity to be introduced to yourself so that you might be able to introduce that person to someone else. Then the last line is, and maybe that was the piece that was missing all along. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? This is also why I believe that no matter which country we go to, or new cities or new people that we meet, we always unravel and meet a new part of ourselves. Always. It makes such a huge impact on your life. It really does. This chapter was so good, y'all. It was just really good. What do we think about it? What do we want to take away from it? I think this might be a shorter episode, but tell me what y'all think in the comments. Please write to me. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. We are enjoying our Sunday together. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I just want to say I'm so grateful. Muy agradecida. Like, literally, I'm so grateful because I cannot stress this enough, but I'm always so nervous to do full cup. I'm always just like, oh, they want to see Mexico content, or they want to see gut health content. They want to see plant-based eating content. They want to see how I live and how I eat in Mexico. They want to see me maybe talking to my clients. They want to see me hosting workshops. I always get so self-conscious about it, but I realize like, this is such a huge passion project of mine, and all of this ties into intentional living and eating for energy. All of it. We are reading together. We are eating colorful produce and adding greens to every single meal, and a little bit of fermented foods to get the gut health and the digestive system going. We are moving our bodies in intentional and fun and creative ways. We are getting to know one another This is the bread and butter. Everything is all related. For a while, I felt like, oh my God, I'm so scattered. I'm telling them to eat this, do this. This is all about intentional living at the end of the day. All of it is related. All of it is a part of our diet. These conversations, these YouTube videos, you even watching this is a part of your diet. And I'm so grateful to be a part of your wellness routine today. Big grateful. Big grateful. Not even a little one. I don't even know what a little one is. What a little one is. What a little one is. Seriously, y'all. So grateful. But yeah. All right, y'all. So the next chapter is 7 ways to become your most emotionally resilient self. We love that. We love that. So let me know in the comments what y'all think, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All the good things. All the good things. So yeah, y'all. See you on the next episode. Love y'all. Get your cups. Hydrate yourself. Later. Cheers to full cup.